seen him before that. I had never seen him before that, really. Now it's not me not making sense. Now it's that not making sense. What better time to see him then? If no one else was going to help me with what I was feeling, I might as well have turned to him. So after school I decided to walk there. I had no idea how to get there, and I was armed with only a scrap of paper with the address scribbled on it. As a 7-year-old, I obviously had great ideas.
Okay.
7-year-old, alright then. I soon became lost, and like I always did when I felt lost, I just stood there on the sidewalk, back pressed up against the wall and eyes looking at the strangers passing by. And like always, people continued to pass by and life continued to go on. It was sadder than ever. I had ended up in the situation I was originally in. Nothing had changed. I thought that I was silly for even thinking that I could change things with my own hands. That was until a voice brought me back to reality, which will most definitely be her grandpa. Yeah, I knew it. Phoenix, is that you? Yeah, it is your penis. I looked up and saw an unfamiliar face, but it was obvious that whoever was talking to me knew who I was. And from that moment, things began to change. Life began moving its rusty joints, and I realized that things were moving along. Suddenly I had become part of the crowd that moved like a blur past me. I was no longer someone who stood still and watched others hurry past me. Life had changed. I had changed. Because the very person who found me that day was my grandfather. I had the opportunity to help them. Though, would I? I'm talking too much old English. I said thou instead of though. I wanted to, but I wasn't sure if that was the best idea. After all, 5 demons in my house wasn't exactly the living arrangement that I had imagined when I first moved in. There was the matter of making sure no one found out about their powers. Thinking about them as lab rats made my stomach queasy. Who uses that word? Well, not me at least. What?
It's rare that I hear that word. I mean, I usually prefer to say sick or something like that. Don't feel too
I
well.
just say nausea. Like,
Yeah.
I have nausea, or however you say it. Or I'm not feeling very well, or whatever.
Yeah.
And even if they passed for humans, how would I explain having guys living in my house? Imagine if my friends came over, they would practically think I was part of a harem or something. Yeah, well, you kind of have a harem since they feed on sexual energy, but
That's true.
Yeah. Oh god, imagine if my parents came over. I think my mom would faint.
Make them
Who knows
into
what my-
butlers.
What?
Make them all into butlers. Problem solved.
Yeah, I have 5 butlers. One person having 5 butlers. Yeah, of course. Oh well, she could like make one a gardener and one
Plus,
like,
this is a big mansion, so it's perfect.
yeah, well, one gardener, one chef, one butler, one
Cleaner
yeah,
or janitor.
yeah,
Or maybe 2 janitors.
maybe
Or a
2
large
janitors,
house.
yeah, and maybe 2 chefs just for the fuck of it. I mean, the heck of it. Yeah, I don't know.
Big
That would
arrangements?
seem more natural, I guess. Who knows what my dad would do? I think he would have them arrested on the spot. Ah, this was hard. Maybe I should have written out a pros and cons list before actually having to make the decision.
Don't worry too much about it. You have plenty of time to decide. Besides, you should do what makes you happy as well.
It was strange that I happened to remember what my grandfather said to me when I was little, but it did kind of make sense. They weren't in this exact same situation that I was in before, but I did want to help them out. I think it would ease my conscience and also make me a bit happy to give them help, as weird as that sounded. Clenching my hands into fists, I strengthened my resolve to speak up. Well, you could...
What was that, lovely lady?
God damn it, Eric.
Really, Eric? Come on. That is,
Spit it out already.
Come on, Sam. You could stay with me here if you'd like. As soon as I finished my sentence, the room became still. I'm not sure what went through their heads from my words. The silence in the air cut like a knife until I finally spoke up once more. It seemed like you all needed a place to stay, and well, I just moved into this giant house, so it seemed like it made sense. It was still quiet in the room. I decided to keep talking. If you would like to stay here, though, there are two things that I need all of you to follow.
You cannot become butlers.
You will be my bitches! You are now my new harem! Yeah, definitely. Anyway,
Harem
first
queen.
of all... What?
Harem queen.
Yeah, definitely.
So it's like, what's it called?
High School DxD?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only difference, the main character is a girl. And she's the only one that's not a demon. Unless she becomes a demon at some point.
Yeah. First of all, you can't use your powers or deliberately do something that might harm me or any guest that comes over. Well, save for enemies, but you get the drift.
That sounds reasonable.
Second, you have to help me with any errands around the house. Yeah, butlers, yay.
That is a generous offer, miss. Are you sure that would be okay?
Oh, that's right.
We don't wish to burden you
Give me
any
a
more than
second.
we already have.
Right.
Alright, go on.
It's alright, really. I mean, I just started living here myself, so I would appreciate some help around the house.
A wonderful idea. We'll live here and train while helping you with the house. Servants for the lovely princess.
What? Are you serious?
Really, Sam?
Shh, be quiet, Sam. I haven't slept in a bed for days.
They all seemed like the idea, except for Sam. And hey, I didn't really hate the idea either, even if they were incubi. It would be interesting to have 5 guys help me with taking care of the house, given they would follow the rules that I had just laid down.
Fine, but we're not staying here forever. Only until we can beat up that group of punks.
I think that is a reasonable time limit for our stay.
Yes, this is awesome.
Also beautiful. If you need a bedfellow.
Really, Eric? Are you fucking kidding? He's constantly trying to get into her pants.
Yeah.
Skirt or whatever. Wear a skirt, goddammit, you're an anime girl.
Eric, knock it off.
I mean, this is not an anime, but you know what I mean. I was happy that they agreed. Maybe it was because I wasn't going to be lonely for a while. Maybe it was because they all needed help and my want to help people was fulfilled. I would never be sure.
So what are we waiting for? Let's celebrate and dig in.
Finally, I'm starving.
Instantly, Matthew and Sam began to stuff themselves with the food on the table. I noticed James' eye twitching in irritation, so I stifled my incoming laugh.
Really, you two? You're both acting like pigs.
Let them have a little freedom, James. It's not like we've eaten recently either. I'm sure they've been starving.
Still, that's no excuse for stuffing their faces like backyard swine.
I almost couldn't hold it in.